Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I didn't know if I was going to do Reddit stories anymore, but then I figured I could still do Reddit stories, but maybe a different category. So this time I would like to do some Glitch in the Matrix Reddit stories. They're not... they're questionable, I guess you would say. First of all, even if you believe we live in a simulation or not, I stop hitting the microphone. I don't really know what to believe. I know the CIA, if you go on the CIA government site, it basically does say that we live in a simulation. I don't know how to feel on that and how to process it exactly. Also, while we're on the topic of the CIA, whenever they had 180 days to release certain information about certain little green men, that has now since been released. So you should go check that out. And why it's not a larger topic than it is, why people aren't actually talking about it, even though there were so many that rushed Area 51. Anyway, go look it up. You can find it all on the CIA website, but that is not what we're talking about today. Today, again, like I said, I want to do the Glitch in the Matrix stories. Now, I do have a few picked out here, and hopefully I can read them. I am in my bedroom, and it's farther away from the Wi-Fi, so my connection's a little wonky, but we'll see what we can do and try to get through with it. So, all right, this one is by unanimous _in_a_ crowd. Unanimous in a crowd. I just want to make sure we give the proper credit to the proper person, so it's not all one anonymous in a crowd. It has underscores between each word. This is called I Just Spent 10 Minutes Looking for Something After Giving Up. It appeared on the kitchen counter. So there you go. There's basically the gist of the story in the subject line or the title. This is their story. To start, I am a smoker, and one thing a smoker knows is where his cigarettes are. It says his, so it's a he. Mine should have been on the kitchen counter where I leave them every night for 17 years. This morning I awoke and went through the motions of starting my day. I did what I had to do with the coffee and settled in to wait on it to brew and have a cigarette. Except they were gone. I know I opened a new pack before bed last night and left them in their usual spot on the kitchen counter. I searched everywhere, high and low, and angrily, as I know they should have been where I left them. After 10 minutes of searching the house, I gave up and returned to the kitchen. The cigarettes were sitting on the counter next to my lighter, where they definitely were not a few minutes ago. Now I know we have searched for things, and it's always in the last spot we look. Well, of course it is, because you don't look for it afterwards, but I think it is extremely weird that a lot of the times you look and look and look and look for something, and it's exactly where you left it. Like, okay, I know that sounds stupid, but like this, for 17 years, this person left their cigarettes on the counter in the same spot, basically, the same area, and they weren't there. I mean, I don't know, but in the comments it does talk about a Duende. I don't Duende. Well, I've heard of what they're talking about before, and they're saying it's an elf, like a little elf that they're magic. They hide things. They play tricks on you. Yeah, I don't believe in all that stuff. It is, I think, a Filipino folklore basically, and they're mischievous, and they give a lot into that. Basically, they're tricksters, little elf things, little gnome. Some people call them fairies. Some people call them elves, and apparently some of them call them this word that I can't pronounce. But anyway, but simply could be a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know. It was just an interesting one. There's not really like whoa stories that were in here for the glitch in the Matrix. I picked the best ones that I could find. I can't remember if I've told you guys the story of my favorite one that I've heard before. Is basically where they were driving in a car, and all of a sudden the music stops and the lights go out, and they're still driving, and they are basically like a mile up the road, and it's been an hour. and they don't know what happened. But anyway, that was the gist of one that I've read, and it's my all-time favorite. I don't feel like I'm really making sense, so I'm just going to read the stories. And this one is the second one, is Louise 886, and it's called Husband Came Into the Bedroom Twice. This one was pretty trippy, but take it what you will. Quite often, I head up to the bed before my husband. Sometimes I go to sleep, and sometimes I read my Kindle. Often I am still reading when he comes to bed. I usually have my bedside lamp on. If I am sleeping, he comes in the bedroom in the dark. The bed is facing the door, and the bathroom is immediately to the right as you enter the bedroom. Ordinarily, he comes in the bedroom, shuts the door, and goes into the bathroom to get ready for bed. The bedroom door requires a bit of force until you hear a click to make sure it's properly shut, or it will bang when the AC comes on. I know how you feel. I have that same door. It's our bedroom door. So the 2 nights ago, I head up to bed and prop myself up reading my Kindle. Husband comes in roughly 20 minutes later. I glance up at him as he forces shut the door and goes into the en-suite bathroom, turning on the bathroom light as he goes. 30 to 40 seconds later, he came in through the bedroom door again. I was just finishing my chapter and looked confused at him. I noted there was no light under the bathroom door as he was forcing the bedroom door shut. I asked him if he had just come up, but he had not. He thinks I'm crazy. I swear I saw him come in, click the door shut, turn the bathroom light on, and go in. And then this is kind of a plus. Husband came into the bedroom straight into the en-suite bathroom twice in less than a minute. So that's kind of creepy. I've never had anything like that before. I don't really know that I've had a true glitch in the Matrix story that I can think of. Just the deja vu type stuff, that's all. And then there's some comments saying maybe a hallucination. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I think that one is a pretty good glitch in the Matrix or time travel type thing, but it's a few seconds apart. We watched a really, really weird, trippy movie that was very hard for me to keep up with. It was called Mind Gamers. It was from 2015. You have Tom Paine in it. But it was kind of like that, where... Now, I'm not saying the husband died. I'm just saying it was... Well, I don't want to spoil it just in case you want to watch it. It's kind of trippy. It was, like I said, hard to keep up with. But it had to do with dimensions, basically. Again, I don't know what to believe on dimensions either. I'm just here. I exist until I don't exist. But I like that one. That was one of my favorites so far. So I have one last one. This video is not going to be very long, that I can tell, because I guess I can't formulate thoughts properly today, so I can't really make comments. This one is the third one and the final one. They're a little bit shorter than the ones with the this true scary story subreddits. Let's see. This is by DJH 1982. And it's called North of the Bermuda Triangle. Something weird happened to me back in 2001 or 2003. I was in the Navy, and our ship, the USS Philippines Sea, was deployed for training just north of the Bermuda Triangle. I love stories about the Bermuda Triangle. Anyway, that's what he says too. Anyways, I'm sitting there in sonar control for watching the sonar display, when the rest of the division flies in for the morning muster. After the division was dismissed, my boss hands me a sheet of paper and asks me to sign it. It was a health risk screening from the PRT. The crew would have to undergo I don't know what all this stuff is, but I'm trying to get through it. Okay, so it was a health risk screening form for the PRT the crew would have to undergo upon entering or returning to the port, Mayport, Florida. I asked to borrow his pen so I could sign the form. Mine was out of ink, and then handed it back to him. 5 minutes later, the whole thing repeated itself. I don't mean like deja vu, I mean like reality itself repeated on a loop. My boss walked up to me, handed me the same form, and I was annoyed when he asked me about why he's having me to sign it, the same stupid form again. tired from the long shift. He looked so confused. Once again, I asked him for his pen and signed the form. I was baffled. Throughout the rest of the day, I asked him repeatedly if he had pulled a prank on me, but he continued to deny it. Finally, at the end of the day, he realized that something strange had indeed happened to me. I guess he realized after a while how genuine I was. I told him about the glitch and how no one else seemed to notice it. Was it our ship's close proximity to the Bermuda Triangle? Who knows? It never happened to me again, but it did happen. That one's pretty trippy as well. I mean, they could have been playing a joke or prank on him, but never gave in and told them the truth. Or, it could happen. Bermuda Triangle is a very weird spot. So being in a simulation just basically means that we're Sims characters in a big giant computer screen. This is why I'm not gonna have my thoughts, because I can't formulate a thought right now, and I don't know why. Maybe because I don't want to either come off crazy, I don't want to come off as, well, just crazy. And, well, I am. Those are the stories from the subreddit Glitch in the Matrix by those three users, 3 posters, whatever. Very interesting. Tell me what you guys think about being in a Matrix or being in a simulation, all that good stuff. I very well think that we could potentially be in a simulation, and we just have to play it out. And hopefully we don't get our game restarted again at the end. That would not be cool. This was just another video of me reading your Reddit stories on Glitch in the Matrix. So I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think about being in the Matrix or a simulation, what your thoughts on it all are. And I enjoy reading your comments and your stories, and I hope that you guys all continue to post. And I love you guys. I'll see you next time.